Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is another reaction to Death Battle Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now, I've seen both of these cartoons and both of these iconic characters. These are two powerful pups. Who wins in this crazy crossover? I believe this was put out on Halloween, I believe. If not, I apologize. But, you know, I really want a Scooby Doo to win because Scooby Doo is near and dear to my heart, and hopefully for y'all, and y'all feel the same. So if you like this reaction, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. The link to this video will be down in the description below. And without further ado, let us get into it.
Sponsored by Shady Rays.
And man, shout out to Death Battle.
Scooby-Doo, the miraculous mutt from Mystery Incorporated.
Courage, the cowardly dog straight out of nowhere.
Canis familiaris, man's best friend, the dog. No animal companion has stood by humanity's side as long or as loyally.
Even, and maybe especially, these two yellow-bellied, lily-livered scaredy cats. Or dogs. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Throughout the ages, countless philosophers have posited the same question time and time again.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Pretty much everywhere. From cartoons to comics, from video games to board games, from live theater
To the most incredible major motion picture of all time, he's the greatest Dane
Yo, man, that movie's a classic. Man, that movie is a classic.
since Hamlet.
But his monumental presence in popular culture belies his humble origins. Born to Momsy and Dada-Doo in Doosville, USA.
Doosville ain't what it used to be ever since they moved all those manufacturing jobs to Bangladesh.
The young Scoobert was adopted by the Rogers family and their prodigal gluttonous son, Norville, better known by his friends as Shaggy.
Those friends being Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake, Fred Jones, and sometimes...
With their
Scrappy.
powers combined, they are Mystery Incorporated, a cadre of snot-nosed teenagers traveling the Nixon-era United States in a cushed-up Volkswagen, foiling seemingly paranormal crimes and unmasking corrupt authority figures.
All of whom definitely would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids and their dog.
Scooby is indispensable in Mystery Inc. investigations. Great Danes were bred by 17th century German nobility to hunt bear, boar, and deer, which means he's a master tracker. Scooby's super sniffer nose can root out the bad guys no matter how well hidden.
They were called Kamerhunda, or chamber dogs, because they stay in their prince's chambers and protect them from assassins. Such brave, fearless doggos.
Too bad for Shaggy and the gang, the apple didn't just fall far from the tree, it defied the laws of Newtonian physics and rocketed into space at the speed of light, because Scooby is an absolute coward.
He's terrified of his own shadow and constantly anxious about everything imaginable. And his
Not too
only
much of my
motivation
homeboy
is
Scooby,
his
gang.
delicious Scooby-Snacks.
Which makes it so baffling that he's actually kind of a badass.
Scooby's a master of the dupe, a classic technique of cartoon tricksters.
Sometimes called the power of positive assertion. Scooby flexes his mastery of disguise to fool would-be attackers, like seducing zombies as a belly dancer, or tricking a jester into entering an existential crisis.
This man was so thoroughly convinced to rethink his entire life, he went all the way home and got into bed before realizing he'd been fooled.
Obviously, these disguises shouldn't work at all, but Scooby's just so supernaturally talented, they just do. See, this is a perfect example. No one in their right mind would think that that's anyone but Boomstick in an awful wig and makeup.
That's my mom.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. If those disguises sound completely impossible, that's because they are. You might have thought of the Scooby-Doo series as being pretty grounded with all its men and masks, but then one day, the mask did not come off.
That's right, it's terror time again. The
Real supernatural threats since the 80s. Wow. Because they be dealing with, some supernatural shit as well.
Kind of like Popeye's spinach.
That's nothing. Shaggy's brilliant uncle, Albert Shackleford, upgraded those snacks with nanite technology, giving them a variety of different effects. Everything from invisibility, robotic armor, force fields, super intelligence, and Panther!
Yeah, nanomachines,
Wow.
dog! And we're just getting started. He can stretch and squash his body any way he likes, even duplicating himself or regenerating from damage.
Like being chopped into pieces, crumbling into dust, or just blowing up.
His soul was
Yo, I'm genuinely shocked uh at these excuse me. At these powers, like that's incredible. Like I didn't know full background story. You know what I'm saying? I was just a kid, you know what I'm saying, watching this shit. However, I ain't know this nigga got all these types of powers. I didn't know that.
literally scared out of his body, and both his body and soul kept going at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
He can appear in multiple places at once, ignore the laws of gravity, rewind time with his time scepter or super speed, draw things into existence, and mess with the plot of his own show.
Things getting a little too spooky for him? He'll just cut to commercial break.
He's also got weapons
Oh, wow.
like the Super Spooker 3000, a gun that instills fear into the hearts of man.
And no, not like an actual gun. It literally shoots fear.
Or the Chest of Demons, an ark containing 13 monstrous ghosts.
Ghosts!
Should you be trapped within its grasp, your body and soul will be imprisoned in everlasting torment in this heretofore undiscovered 10th circle of hell.
Neat! Scooby-Doo has dodged laser beams and
Ooh, this shit got
electromagnetic
dark
waves,
as hell.
survived being at the epicenter of an explosion that blew up time, and successfully performed the Zabriskie Triangle with Shaggy and Maddie Ziegler.
The Zabriskie Triangle is a dance so unbelievably dangerous that even imperfect executions have caused widespread destruction.
When performed perfectly,
Oh.
it was so beautiful it literally lit up the entire universe and blew up the enormous snow globe containing it. It makes sense if you watch the show. Actually, no, it doesn't.
Taking this literally, we can measure the volume of the broken glass compared to the size of our entire cosmos within it. In order to shatter what is essentially an enormous glass superstructure, each dancer would have to be generating enough energy to destroy our universe 11 quintillion times over.
That's right. Maddie Ziegler is a universe buster.
With Scooby-Doo as their nigh omnipotent mascot, Mystery Incorporated has saved the world from alien invasions, wielded the power of a yellow lantern ring, and was even made a member
Wow.
of the Mystery Analysts of Gotham by Batman himself.
Yes, Batman, the world's greatest detective, recognizes Scooby's skills.
Even facing down and defeating the evil entity, an eldritch dark god, and surviving its death, which rewrote all of reality. Yeah, you know, the talking dog that crossed over with the Harlem Globetrotters and Don Knotts defeated Satan. No biggie.
So, where is
That's crazy,
Scooby-Doo?
man. That
He's
is
solving
crazy.
mysteries and saving the world.
Hey man, if I'm Satan, I'm pissed. Like I'm getting beaten by these teenagers and a dog, bro. No, I'm pissed.
With his found family.
Also, he's an alien.
Wait, what?
Scooby Doo's an
interrupt this
alien?
program
What
to
the
bring you
fuck?
Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage,
Courage.
the Cowardly Dog.
Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bagg.
But creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
It's up to Courage to save his new home.
Stupid whiz, you made me look bad. Ooga booga booga!
You're breathing on me. Get away.
Sorry, but who wouldn't be excited for one of animation's mightiest mutts?
Courage is an adorable pink beagle with a heart of gold and an undying love for his doting Scottish mistress.
Beagles are hair hunters with intense separation anxiety, excellent senses of smell, and a set of lungs that'll knock your socks off. All of which fits Courage to a T, especially the howling part.
To be fair, Courage has a lot to howl about. Nowhere USA is a magnet for interdimensional weirdness, attracting some of the strangest freaks in the world.
Like master criminals, cats, and LaQuack, mattress demons, mummies, weremoles, mad scientists, gods and goddesses, aliens, robots, alien robots, this chicken, the king of flan, and of course, the United States government.
And poor Courage is absolutely terrified of all of it. But his devotion to Muriel means he'll always step up and fight the good fight.
Good thing he's kind of a genius. He's a brilliant engineer capable of whipping up the most devious of traps almost instantly. And he's got an unending supply of tools at his disposal.
Everything from his trusty mallet to grappling hooks, ray guns, flamethrowers, chainsaws, bombs, beagle-sized cannons, yo-yos, a mind control helmet, vampire hunting gear, and the God Bone.
an ancient artifact that
God
is
bone.
completely irresistible to any mortal dog, forcing them to lick it until they die.
Except for courage, of course. I guess if you have the willpower to stare down a gigantic purple foot mobster, you can resist even the most delicious of treats.
And he can
That's
pull all
disgusting.
of this stuff out of his ass anytime he wants. He always has exactly what he needs.
All thanks to his computer named Computer. A sentient desktop which knows almost anything and everything, even if he has a bit of an attitude about it.
Which means he's always prepared, especially when he can shapeshift his body into literally anything he can think of.
From inanimate objects to monsters to different animation mediums entirely. Courage usually uses this as a form of charades to communicate with others, but don't get it twisted. These aren't just visual animation gags. His body is actually shapeshifting.
Courage's body is a canvas upon which his imagination runs wild. He can stretch to crazy lengths, shrink to microscopic sizes, turn invisible, appear anywhere he wants, or duplicate himself.
He's also effectively immune to damage. Oh, he still feels pain, but apparently his sheer terror overrides it.
Like the times he tore himself in half or turned himself fully inside out. The dude somehow vaporized his entire body completely without even ash remaining, and he just popped back good as new.
Classic cartoon shenanigans, but technically anatomically correct. Until it isn't. Courage can create objects from his imagination and often breaks the fourth wall, directly addressing the audience.
Now, you would think being an impossible-to-kill force of nature would boost his confidence a bit, but isn't that what anxiety does to you? It undermines your sense of self-worth and magnifies the problems around you.
Sure, but Courage is also fighting gods just as powerful as himself. Like this enormous alien which could spike meteors so hard it spun the Earth 1,000 years into the future. That's crazy.
Wow.
Courage got shot out of a cannon that punched him through the moon, only to get slapped by
Performed
that
an
same
exorcism?
alien and sent crashing back
Humbled
to
the
the planet.
Valkyries
And he
in
was fine.
Valhalla.
Courage is strong enough to physically patch up holes in the
Hey, you know what? I think that Courage the Cowardly Dog will win, bro. Let's look at the stats. Humbled by Valkyries in Valhalla, which he survived. But this dude tanked a nuclear explosion and performed an exorcism and survived being pulverized to dust. That's insane.
ozone layer, holds stars in his hands, and screams so loud he shattered the sun.
A scream like that would be like getting hit with over 100 septillion hydrogen bombs all at once, which is,
Jesus.
you know, a lot.
And keep in mind, the sound waves of his scream would have had to travel through the near vacuum of space. Basically a complete scientific impossibility.
Next time you replace my beers in the fridge with LaCroix, I'm getting my boy Jack Spaniels to blow up the sun. You've been warned.
That's not all. One time he operated a Peloton controlling a UFO and pedaled it fast enough to fly past Saturn, enter hyperspace, and cross the Milky Way galaxy.
Though Courage's greatest challenge came from inside his very home. A monster who tortures his poor pooch every single day. A depraved, psychotic motherfucker.
That old
The true Prince
motherfucker.
of Darkness. The greatest villain in cartoon history. Eustace.
He even collected all of Courage's greatest foes like a Legion of Doom, all to mercilessly beat Courage to a pulp in a game of dodgeball.
It gives all rednecks a bad name, Wiz. I want to end him. Low.
Okay, well, Courage's accumulated PTSD always held him back until he met a kindred spirit, another cowardly monster hunting hound.
Scooby fucking
Oh
Doo.
yeah, I remember him.
Together, they discover the source of Nowhere's weirdness, a dark matter meteor that controlled reality itself.
Originally the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs, its dark matter can rewrite the laws of physics, control minds, and turn Courage into a giant kaiju.
Taking the meteor for himself, Courage finally faced his fears, defeating this cicada queen goddess thing and saving his family once and for all. Yes, even Eustace.
Shit!
Yep,
So
even
let that be a
Eustace.
lesson to any who would encroach upon the bag's humble farm. It has a protector.
He may be small and he may be scared, but standing up to our fears is what makes us brave in the first place. That's why his name is Courage.
This episode of Death Battle sponsored by Shady Rays.
Are you excited for the season ahead? Well, you're gonna need quality shades that
Yeah,
are
it's a
built
death
to
battle.
last. God, when I say it like that, it sounds...
Muriel? 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 Maggie? Maggie? Maggie?
I love the animation.
Servants, road rhythm, me? What do I do? What do I do?
Do something.
Rabbit's got it! Rabbit's got it! Come on, come on!
Wow. Wow. Oh, classic. Why is Godzilla in that room, bro?
Oh, there's one more thing.
What the fuck is that, bro?
Big boy.
How to defeat a Great Dane with a speech impediment, eh? You twit.
Aww.
It burns!
The meteor.
All dogs love their bones, don't they?
This could be bad. My name isn't Chad James. And it's not.
Yo. Yo, Scooby. This nigga gonna tear up the entire planet.
Stupid dogs! You made me look bad!
What's
Well, ow! Ow, cut it out!
Yo.
Well, Muriel, I hate that stupid dog!
Aw.
Wait, what? Who won?
Wiz, as happy as I am.
That was
to avoid
beautiful.
on-screen
That
dog
was
murder,
beautiful.
Wasn't one of them supposed to die?
Not since the Great Norris Centro Singularity event of 2015 have we had a result like this. It can't end like this, right?
Even with Courage's insane cosmic feats, you'd think the Zabrinsky Triangle would be enough to seal the deal. But both pooches could regenerate from basically any kind of physical damage.
Both were incredibly smart in different ways. Scooby was more of a trickster with his dupes, while Courage was a scheming genius. Computer could have given Courage the edge, if not for their canon crossover, where it failed to have solid information on Scooby and the gang.
So I guess it came down to their unique abilities. And for 90% of their arsenals, they were evenly matched. Transmutation, mind control, you get it. They're tunes with basically anything, except for the chest of demons and the dark matter meteor.
Sure, the chest could theoretically always trap Courage, but he'd always be able to escape and destroy it with the dark matter meteor.
But Scooby could repair the damage by reversing time and then trap him again.
And then Courage would break out again. You know where this is going.
Ultimately, this battle between man's best friends would never end.
But this is a death battle. Somebody has to die.
Someone did, Wiz. Someone did.
Someone
Tell you
did.
that you're kind of scary sometimes.
I don't like dog killers.
Scooby and Courage were incredibly tough opponents that could go blow for blow for blow. They were smart, powerful, and incredibly broken.
Doggone it, Wiz. I guess you could say Eustace had one hell of a rough day. I shih tzu not. Oh, those were powerful.
Stop.
Stop
This
it,
battle
Boomstick.
is a draw.
Hey man, that's a nice ending, man. Shout out to Death Battle, man. This was a nice ending. You know, man, I was going for Scooby-Doo until I saw the Courage the Cowardly Dog stats. But, you know, they're both since it's similar where their arsenals is everything, and I'm glad it's a draw because nobody wants to see either side die. So, you know what I'm saying? Great choice. Great ending. Shout out to Death Battle. If you like this reaction, hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. The link to this video will be down in the description below. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.